But pretty soon we're going to give you another chance to find the cash. But I want to do something right now. This is a story that I've done plenty of times over the years, and it's to do with the link between music and the arts and the performance just in the basic education, that is turning up at school, learning your reading, your writing, your arithmetic, the so-called 3 Rs, and the ongoing work in this area. There was another story yesterday of some work that's been done where university researchers in another part of the world have come up with evidence that if you are involved in creative pursuits like music or drama or any of these things that are sometimes seen as being on the periphery in a school, that it has a massive effect on the performance of children in other areas. Now, as a result of that, thought I'd go back to the man who I regard as the expert on all of this, Don Spencer. He's been running his Children's Music Foundation for quite a while. And what they do is they go into detention centres, disadvantaged schools. They provide music lessons. They teach them how to play instruments. And the change in those kids' attendance at school and the way they perform in other areas is quite remarkable. Don Spencer joins me on the line now. Don, good morning.
Good morning, John.
As I say, it wouldn't be a great surprise to you, would it? Because this is exactly what your music foundation has been doing for many, many years, going in, teaching kids music from juvenile justice centres to disadvantaged schools, and the rest of their schooling instantly improves.
Yep, absolutely. Not to mention attendance in some of the other areas. We increase the attendance because the kids so relate to music and the arts. But the educational benefits are incredible, and it's really interesting, John. I started the foundation, and of course you've known about this since I started, about 11 years ago now. But in that time, it has been amazing how it has grown around the world, the amount of leading educationalists who are saying, we've got it wrong in the schools. We're teaching creativity out of children. We have to encourage creativity. We have to encourage the arts, and quite an amazing thing around the world this is happening. So I'm glad we have been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
But the benefits are phenomenal. And those things, creativity and imagination, what important factors in life, John, no matter what you're doing. But if you're on the wrong side of advantage, you need creativity and imagination to change your circumstances. But the joy of music is also the wonderful thing.
It's a hard one, though, isn't it? Because immediately you look at what the budgets are and you say, well, we need to concentrate on the 3 Rs and the basics. So, we can cut this music program or this creative program or this arts program because it's not the core activity that the school should be doing. And there's no understanding that, in fact, it's all interlocking. It's all complementary.
Exactly, and that is something I hope is on the mend, because that's true. All these other things, obviously the other thing, we all need a good education, but there've been research, for instance, that kids who study music have got a 30% lead. This is the figure on several different things, on kids who haven't studied music when it comes to other academic ventures. So it's quite amazing how much research is happening around the world and how many people are talking about this now.
Yeah.
We have to include the arts and music.
Yeah, and at the high level, because kids can really improve their performance through undertaking music education and playing music and making music, which is what your organisation's all about. Now,
it is everything. It's a music education, which means by learning music, it does extend and enhance their learning capacities for other things. And to be honest, we're not actually looking for musicians so much as we are looking for kids to reach their full potential.
Yeah.
And one of that ways of doing it, we have found wonderful talent, and that's wonderful.
Yeah.
We've got choirs, and we're creating an orchestra at the moment with the Australian Chamber Orchestra as a partnership with a bunch of kids who would never have seen a violin in a million years. So it is both. We want these kids to perform because then again that enhances their self-esteem, John, and music. Kids, if they write, they create, that lets them express themselves. Self-expression and self-esteem are incredibly important.
It doesn't mean you're making a life out of it or making a living out of it. It just means you might, you can sit and play the piano or you can, you can play the guitar or sing around the campfire. I know it sounds old-fashioned and hokey, but that's what it's all about, isn't it?
But it's still a beautiful thing if you sit in the car and sing with your kids or you sit at the piano. But it is all about the joy of music, but the creativity and imagination,
Yep.
learning music and how it can enhance their lives.
All right, so how are governments on this? Because I've been with you on an occasion when you've gone to try and put the case to people in government and in the public sector. So how's it going there?
Well, we've had some good support from the federal government, but very, very little support from state governments, unfortunately. They seem to think, oh, you're doing a great job. They pat us on the back, but they don't seem to think that they want to get any...
But they're happy to have you going to their juvenile justice centres and their schools and improve the circumstances there, improve attendance rates and improve the performance of the kids.
Well, that's it. We've proven that for years, and as you know, we are now in every juvenile justice centre in Australia, and we do long-term. We don't just go and do workshops. We do weekly programs, sometimes twice weekly. We're there for the long haul. We stay in all these different areas, from remote Aboriginal areas, and we do it on a regular basis, so the kids get to rely on us, trust that we're going to be there, and the results are just stunning. So we are gradually wearing down various governments, and hopefully they'll turn around and say, yeah, I think you better give it a bit more support.
Yeah, well, your big fundraiser of the year, and it's a terrific one because it's become an annual event. Coming up on October 14, your big concert that's held every year. Just tell us a bit about it.
Well, this is the ACMF Duets, where we get the most marvellous performers from every genre of music, virtually, from opera to pop, theatre to rock, and we get them all doing duets. So we've got the most amazing people, from Richard Tognetti and Teddy Tahu Rhodes, from like opera and concert, Australian Chamber Orchestra, and we've got Tim Amatic. We've got great singers of all ages, Rob Mills and Gretel Scarlett out of Greece doing You're the One That I Want. So we've got all sorts of music. Wonderful.
And it's always good to talk to you, Don. Thank you for your time.
Hey, thank you, John. Look forward to seeing it from my friend.
Don Spencer, it's October 14, that event, and you can go to ticketmaster.com.au. I've been to a couple of these. It's very, very, very special because you just get a couple of numbers from all these people. They get together, and it just builds up through the night. So it's a celebration, it's joyous, and it's for a very, very good cause. Ticketmaster.com.au. Tickets for that one at 16 minutes past 7 right now here on 2. We're going to do this now, are we? Yes.